Hey all. Start every good job with a nice cigar. So, it's been a couple of days since we're on board Yacht Montreal, and we're getting to working on those gates. Got some parts fabricated up for it. I'm going to go over that with you right now, show you what we're doing so you can get a step-by-step in case you want to make a stainless steel brass gate for your dogs. So in order to do this job, to put a gate on each side, we're going to need 2 hinges per gate and 2 standoffs per gate. So you can say I have enough to do 2 gates. Now, the standoffs are made of 3/16 stainless, 2 inches in width, 1/2 inch in thickness. A little angle to give it a little flair, a little bit of design. We always have to add a little bit of class to something. You'll notice that it has a line going through that I put on with a magic marker just as a reference point, which is where I'm going to mill this out. That's how I'm going to fasten the stainless hinge to this. Now these stainless hinges are a removable pin hinge, which is very important for the application that we're going to use it for because we need them to be removable to mill. I'm going to cut this hinge approximately where that dotted line is, and when this is milled out, that cut will bed right into there. And I'll be able to take it together. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mill all of these smooth, run them through with a big cutter head on them, clean them so they're ready for polish. I'm going to mill the slot in, then we're going to polish the top edges where we won't be able to polish after we weld it as easily, and we'll come back. So, really glad you're here with us in this project. It makes it cool to have smoking buddies. Alright, look how nice that came out. Now there's a contrast between the 2 pieces, one going through the milling machine and one having not had the pass on it yet. You take a guess and figure out which ones the guys would rather polish on. Alright, take a look at that. It's almost 100% polished already. It's nice and smooth, very exciting. Okay, well that's the 3rd part milled. The mill with a 140 thousandths cutter to allow the to be welded in place, which you can see with this one that's already been done, how that slot fits in there. So everything's coming along as it should be. Well, seeing we made a little bit more progress. These are our mock-ups. What I did is milled all of this stuff out of plywood, 1/2 inch multiply. Did a sample run on the boat with it, which from that point, these were milled up and we have improved to quite a bit variance from the original mock-ups that we made, but those were the place to start. We're able to take those and we brought them to ESS Design. And just put them in the scanner, water jetted out the stainless parts. So this is 3/16L. So this part's milled out. All of these little pockets in here, master bit of 4, they're not actually going to show when the mahogany wraps it. So this will be wrapped in mahogany. But I did this had it laser jetted out for all these slots just to lighten up the material so it wouldn't be nearly as heavy. Well, part of the design was to have the center in the final finish of metal and the wood would wrap around that. So I ended up having to make up these blocks, just solid 3/16L stainless. So you can see where I'm at right now is I have one block basically milled out and all surface cleaned on all the edges. What I originally started with before it went through the milling machine. So what I did is I took 1x2 stainless steel bar stock, welded it up into the rectangle that I wanted before it went into the milling machine. Then I welded the corners in. Got a bit of excess of weld on there. What that'll do is it'll allow me to route those corners in accordingly. So when I welded this up, it was more for the complete penetration than it was the appearance of the weld. Because when it's milled, you don't want any little voids in the weld. So it overheated, actually excessively heated it, made sure that there was no air pockets, nothing in the weld when it was done. So this is basically what this block looked like. The melt welds might have been slightly different, but before it started and then it finished. So now this one has to go on the milling machine and get finished up. I'm going to grind the excessive weld off the top, and then we'll put it in the milling machine and show you how that's done. So you see how amazing that finish is? Like you sanded it with 2000 grit paper. So we're going to take it out, file the edges, break the burr off so we can flip it upside down in the vise. Do the other side, bring it to the same dimension the other pieces. Okay, we have the second side flipped over and ready to start milling. So it'll take about 35 thousandths off this side. I'm going to do it cheap ass, is 125 and 115. Perfect. Did exactly what I needed to measure. Exactly the same as the one that's already finished. So we got to be happy about that. Now time to do the ends. So that side's done. Got to flip it over and do the other side now. This evening being a milled out, clean looking piece. There's a close-up of a roughing end melt. That takes the welds out pretty easy. You can see the quality of the weld going down in. There's no voids in any of the corners. So like I had said earlier, I overheat that a lot to make sure that we don't have any bubbles. Make sure all the porosity and anything else is out of that, because I want it to be nice and clean when it gets milled. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting the inside corner radiuses, guarding radius, the straight part. Now this has to be done by hand, very carefully, by moving the X and the Y axes simultaneously, because this isn't a CNC machine. We'll get this finished, polish it up, and weld it in. Alright, so we got the metal center welded in, and for every action there's a reaction. The heat bent the frame up a little bit that we're putting the mahogany on, so I'm being a metallurgist and I'm bending it back into place little by little. But we're going to finish up this video, and we're going to have a second section where we're putting the mahogany on it, because the stainless work is basically all done now. So we hope you come back and visit us then and see the finished product. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk to you all later.